Hey guys and gals, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Daily Roundup webinar. I'm sorry, I was actually what happened there. Hold on really quick. Sorry about that. What happened there is that that my wife had to leave, and I had to do some car moving. kind of like it's kind of so sorry about that. She was trying to get out of here, and anyway, so that's that. So can you guys hear me okay, everybody? Sorry about running a little bit late. I'm glad to have you all. Okay, so okay, thanks. Okay, so let's talk about, first of all, Coinbase. So Coinbase is about ready to go to market at like I think the number is the $375 a share. It should be launching here in the next, or the IPO should be live, or the stock should be live trading here in the next 15-20 minutes. And it could be a market mover. It's something that I don't necessarily think that it's going to move and open and then the rest of the market's going to move, but I think the market's going to be watching it pretty carefully. It's seeing how it trades. Now, if you guys are expecting a big sell-off in it, don't, because just remember, it is an IPO. There's very limited stock that's going to be available to be sold. So if you guys are thinking that it's going to, Coinbase is going to sell off pretty aggressively, it's not. It's just, the question is how much is it going to go up, or is Bitcoin going to move after it opens? That's the real question. But for right now, I'm watching, the equity markets. The S&P is nice and strong. We're just right off of that 161% extension. The NASDAQ sold off a little bit, but, I guess we could say that the NASDAQ's had a little bit of selling, but overall, I mean, it doesn't look bearish. It looks like it's just pulling back. And we could do this, and we could do this, and say, we're in a nice channel. And I guess if you guys want to be a buyer of the NASDAQ, this is probably the place to do it. Best risk reward here. The Dow, all-time highs, right? So we'd have to drop below here and below this support for the Dow to turn bearish. And then you look at like the Russell 2000, we're just, still carving out that head and shoulder pattern. So, all in all, the markets still look very, very healthy here. Okay. Hey, Hugo, good to see you. Irina, Alex, thank you for your responses. Okay, so let's take a look at currencies. So I did get out of my dollar Canadian. It's such a bummer because, I bought it several weeks ago down here at the 124 and change level. And, what can you say? It didn't play because equities are so strong. And it's such a bummer. It's a bummer when you sit in a trade for as long as that and it just doesn't, pan out. But I also have to say that the problem with the dollar just in general is that stocks are moving higher. And as long as stocks continue to move higher, I don't really see a reason for the dollar to gain strength. Are there, patterns and consolidations around this? Yeah, I mean, and can we get a false breakdown in the dollar Canadian today and possibly pop back above 125.30? I think it's possible, depending on what stocks do today. But you can't really get bullish until we get back above the 126.50. And I know I've been saying that and sound like a broken record, but that's just really the case. And we tried it earlier this week on the spike up on Monday and then failed, right? US dollar, Norwegian krona. It's coming right into support, and I don't really like it. I mean, it's got to bounce around here. But again, I will reiterate, as long as stocks stay higher, I expect that my stops are going to get triggered here. So, it's a bummer, but what do? You have to just be patient and wait. Euro looks strong. We're at the top of this resistance zone. Remember, this is previous support, resistance, resistance, resistance here. The 50% retracement comes in at 120.25. It's also some previous support there. This is doable, especially with stocks moving higher. The euro can move higher, and kudos to Amanda in the chat room. She really played this superbly yesterday to the upside. Cable rejection at 138, back at 138, big resistance here. The Aussie, what a big breakout, right? We broke that channel and it's been nonstop. I thought we might stall here at the 38% retracement. I took a short and my average was like 77.05 and I got stopped out. You know, it was worth the risk reward at the time, but stocks again continue to be really, really strong. So Kiwi also above the 38% retracement. And this is just, you know, stocks being as strong as they are. And you're seeing this continued dollar weakness across the board. And I don't know when it's going to stop. I wish I could say I knew, but I think what we have to do is just wait for today's close and see what happens. But let me put in a couple of things for you guys that I think is important. If you guys are looking for a dollar reversal, like if you're looking for like the dollar to bottom out or whatever, you know, watch the dollar Mexican peso. I think the dollar Mexican peso is still in this wedge. We might have had a false breakdown, but it still looks weak. Of course it looks weak. Stocks are higher. I mean, you know, risk is up. But, you know, we'd have to see a move above this trend line or above like wedge resistance. I mean, in all actuality, right? We have to see the dollar Mexican peso really take out, you know, some of these lows like this. And if that happens, you know, there's a positive for the dollar. Dollar Canadian. I mean, you know, I'm thinking we're probably heading back down to 124.75. I put that in the analysis in ForexAnalytix. If you're in the chat room, you probably got that, but that seems doable. That's the wedge retest, right? Based on today's price action in currencies, it seems like that's going to happen. Probably more likely than not. But do you want to pick it up down here? I think you have to, you know, see what the market's doing at that point. Dollar index looks weak. And also keep an eye on the dollar yen. Where's the dollar yen at? Dollar yen has not been able to really regain the 109 level. We are holding around 109, but I think you got to watch the dollar yen, because if this starts, you know, taking down the 108.50 level, you know, then you got, you know, some downside momentum happening in the dollar yen. I don't think that's going to happen while stocks are stronger. Okay. And what else? I guess that would mean that the precious metals are a little stronger today, or will stay, you know, elevated. You got gold that's kind of hanging out. Silver's not really doing a whole lot, but everything's, you know, hinging on Bitcoin and Coinbase. So looking at Bitcoin, let's just take a real quick look at it. We did stall at the 127% extension, basically at 65,000. We hit a high of 64,895, which is basically just shy of the 127% extension. We could make a move for 68,000 roughly. That'd be the top of this wedge. That's what Steve's been looking at. But if we're playing in this channel, we can reach for closer to 75,000, right? And so Oleg said, and Raj, wait. You guys are funny. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Euro's going, guys. Euro is going. All right, everybody. Hey, I hope you guys all have a great one. Good luck today, especially with watch Coinbase when it goes out to market. Watch these cryptocurrencies; they remain strong. Here's Ethereum. Ethereum is almost at channel resistance. 161% extension coming into play at 25,000. That would be the target that we mentioned in the analysis. It all seems very doable. And matter of fact, where's my harmonics, guys? Do this. Looks something like that. Maybe 261% extension would be, well, I guess it would be of this, but that would take us out to right there, right? Seems all very, very doable right now. So if you are long like Ethereum and Bitcoin, just think about that. Okay. All right, guys, have a great one. And thank you all for your support. I was hoping for let's hope for some good volatility this afternoon. Hopefully we'll get it. All right. Thanks, guys.